Hey everyone, Anne-Marie, Spiritual Life Coach here. So I just want to do a quick video to tell you what I can about the Soul Awakening Foundations workshop that's coming up. So it's a 2-day workshop and it's open to everybody. It's open to people who are already coaches or holistic practitioners. They want to deepen the way that they work with clients. And it's open to complete beginners of this field. It's open to anybody who wants to transform their life. What is at the heart of the Soul Awakening coaching program or any of the courses and workshops you come on with me? What is at the heart of it is the methods that I use are designed to clear the past, to make way for the future. All the research that I've done, all the research that's out there about the brain and how it works, tells us that we as adults are a process of the past because our habits have been learned as children and they become so habitual, they become our automatic behavior. So when we're adults, we're quite often acting out or responding to life situations from the unhealed child or the traumatized child. So what the Soul Awakening method does, it combines spiritual coaching with ancient knowledge of the body's chakra system, and I combine that with transformational coaching methods, and it's designed to ignite the natural human desire which is in all of us to grow and evolve through stages of conscious and spiritual development. So the Soul Awakening coaching method, it helps us uncover or helps you uncover the root cause and ingrained patterning that might be holding you back in life. It explains the matrix of the mind, body and soul and how it connects with our emotions on a conscious and subconscious level, creating our behavior patterns, which ultimately creates our reality. So during the workshop, I facilitate, everybody's soul awakening process. On the 2-day workshop, we go through the first 4 chakras. So we go from the root chakra or spiritual center, which governs our foundations, what we're creating in life or what our life is currently built on. And then we move up to the heart ultimately. And when we get to the heart, we consider that the place of transformation. So that gives our ability to let go. So to let go, we bring in forgiveness, we bring in compassion, and we bring in more love in our life. It is a bit cliche, but the more that we can open our hearts to love and love ourselves, the more healing that we bring into our life. And ultimately, the better we feel about life. One of the main reasons or one of the main questions that I get asked or people come on a workshop like this is because they want answers to their life. They, want the biggest question is that people now ask themselves, what is my purpose in life? For me, I've definitely found solace in the fact that my life experiences have led me so far to help me fulfill my purpose. And that is to help people awaken to their spiritual selves, to break free of seeing life as just a series of Groundhog Day events where we feel powerless, victimized, and we're not in control of our own lives. You are very much in control of your own life. So we're all born, by my belief, to live an inspired life. And we can get quite, if we hang around in that victim mentality or that powerlessness mentality, if we hang around in that for too long, it can take us on a downward spiral of negative emotions. And that downward spiral, we know where that can lead. There's so much scientific evidence out there or medical evidence out there from the World Health Organization that say as many as 3 million people across all ages struggle with depression. And it can just lead us on this downward spiral where we wonder, and I've been there myself, we wonder if we're ever going to see the lighter side of life again. So what this workshop will do, it will help peel back the layers to see whose life you're living, whose conditioned beliefs are you living in or living out that actually are not in your highest alignment. So how do we know when we're not living aligned to our purpose or our potential? Well, we can feel in an energetic state that, our mindset can fall into the negative mindset, really, the one that holds us back. And we feel it in our bodies. You know, we can feel tired and drained most of the time. I know when I was going through depression, all I wanted to do was sleep. It was so hard to get out of bed. It was so hard. I could sleep for hours and wake up and still feel tired. It was awful. And you know, when we're in when we feel like that, we do not want to take care of our bodies. You know, it's just a struggle to get up and brush your teeth. You know, emotionally, we just tell ourselves how awful we are. We're just in this sense of self-doubt, and we feel helpless, and we've just got this negative outlook towards life. And we really do become our own worst critic. We can just tell ourselves the most horrible things about ourselves. It's just not a nice place to be. So this is what we want to work towards, is basically it's working towards loving ourselves. I know that sounds cheesy, but it's so true, because so many of us do not like ourselves, let alone love ourselves. I meet people all the time who look at themselves in the mirror and they speak so badly to themselves. And then it's because they're suppressing different emotions. They're suppressing the unhealed, traumatized child. I'm not saying we deal with trauma per se on the workshop, but we deal with that inner critic. We deal with that voice inside the head that puts you down, because it's not your voice. It's the story. It's something that happened to you that needs healing. It needs a shift in perspective. It might need some forgiveness, whatever, acceptance. It needs to be let go of, but you can only do that when you start to love yourself, when you stop beating yourself up and telling yourself X, Y, Z about yourself. That is the first step, but you have to become aware of that. You have to become aware of what you're doing.